Well, thanks for joining us on Bloomberg Quint. This is Deal Street, your weekly dose of startup deals. Today I have with me Shivani Porter. She's a co-founder of women's only online shopping platform Fab Alley. Shivani, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me here, Nishan.
Before we begin, understand about the fundraise, investments, and the areas that you're looking to invest, I want to begin by understanding you operate in an area where you have competition both online and offline as well.
Sure, yeah.
What's making Fab Alley click?
Yeah. So I think, Nishan, both our brands, Fab Alley and India, what we've tried to do is we've tried to keep a very differentiated product. We understand the market well, we understand who our customers are, and we've tried to focus and cater to that niche. So we're not going after everyone in the market. We are saying that we're going after the 25 to 35-year-old woman, looking at global trends, who understand what fashion is about, and looking at buying that at an affordable price point. Mm-hmm. So as long as we can keep our focus on our DNA and ensure that we selling relevant products, I think we can handle the competition.
And you've also expanded to offline as well.
Yeah.
What led to that?
So to build any national brand, you need to be present at all customer touchpoints, and we started online because that's the more capital efficient way of starting. We were able to scale up quite fast through that, and now as we build national brands, the idea is to be present across both online and offline distribution channels. So we started our offline journey about 2 years back through shop-in-shops, and today we have 15 own stores. We have about 120 touch points through SIS, and the idea is to expand this to about 50 stores and about 300 touch points in the next 18 months.
Right, and you have also raised a fresh round of funding. Tell us who the investors are and what are the areas you're looking to invest?
Yes, so we've raised the round from Self Partners. The round size is about 60 crores, and this is a mix of primary and secondary. So they're also buying a stake from Indian Angel Network, which were our early investors. In terms of the use of capital, we're looking at 3 or 4 things. One is we're looking at product expansion in a big way. So there are categories like athleisure, our plus size brand Curve, where we will be focusing on in the next 18 months. We will also be looking at doing a whole bunch of ATL, BTL activities to build both brands. We believe that both have achieved the scale to actually start marketing and branding them in a big way now. So you will see a lot of activities from us in the next, again, 2 years or so. We're also looking at leveraging technology in a way where we can actually create true omni-channel experiences, where customers who walk into our stores can actually see our entire catalog. So we have thousands and thousands of styles online, but whereas a store can only keep about 100-120 styles based on the size. So that entire endless experience for the customer is where we're going to be leveraging technology to actually bring that.
Right. Private label in women's only and in general,
yes.
Fashion branding is something which Amazon is doing, Myntra is doing, Flipkart is doing, but not everyone is able to crack the model.
Sure.
Also talk to you about the challenges that you face in convincing customers that that's the brand for you, and how do you get the right taste as well?
Right. So I think, Nishan, fashion is all about the product. As long as you have a relevant product, you're actually servicing a specific need, and it is affordable. I believe there's going to be enough opportunity for many brands to grow in both ethnic wear and Western wear. So those are the 3 things that we go after. That's what we are targeting. And with that in place, we are able to scale up quickly and convince the customer, because we know what the customer wants, and we're actually exactly supplying that. So we're able to go after that customer and able to actually fulfill their specific need for them.
Right, and also want to understand who are these people buying? Where are you seeing the demands from? More tier 1, tier 2 towns or smaller towns also you're seeing the demand coming from?
So at the moment about 60% of our business comes from metros, mini metros, tier 1 cities. And this 60% has actually reduced from about 80% 2 years back.
Okay.
So we are seeing a lot of demand from the smaller cities, smaller towns as well now, especially through our online mode, where we actually cater to more than 15,000 pin codes across the country. So we're seeing a lot of demand from these places. I think as people become more fashion conscious, they understand what's happening globally. Social media is playing a big role in actually such tier 1, tier 2, tier 2, tier 3 places. So having said that, I think there's a big demand there, and we see that increasing year on year.
And now that you have both online and offline, which is growing faster and where you're seeing more demand from?
Sure. So I think as an industry, online is definitely growing faster than offline. The kind of growth rates that online is witnessing is about 50-60% year on year as an industry. Offline is growing at about 15 to 18%. For us specifically, since offline is a new channel, we started only about 24 months back, hence the growth rates are higher. But having said that, online is definitely the higher growing industry.